Outreach Apostolate, charity to all. So what is charity? Just like I learned from Sister Marie Day, she always looks up the definitions of words. So I did the same. Charity, from just a Google search, a general Google search. In Christian thought, the highest form of love, signifying the reciprocal love between God and man that is made manifest in unselfish love of one's fellow man. Advance. So I thought that was a real good beginning to our discussion on charity to all. And in the next slide, we see the question, which branches of Schoenstatt are active in your diocese? And from the pie chart here, the mothers is 30%, couples 17, and women is 8. So if you go to the next slide, yes, you can see that by far it was the mothers branches, the couples branches, the rosary, and down farther we have Pilgrim Mother Apostolate, and actually those two should be together, and so that would be 19% with the Pilgrim Mother Apostolate women. So other areas further away from the shrines and sisters mainly show activities of mothers groups, couples groups, and pilgrims groups, whereas around the shrines, it shows that there's abundant activity of various branches around the daughter shrines and elsewhere where the sisters have outreached. Now, this slide shows a percentages of your Catholics in your diocese do not that are estimated to have an idea of what Schoenstatt is. And sorting the information on the survey by state and diocese shows that there's a greater estimated percentage of Catholics having an idea of what Schoenstatt is in areas where there is a daughter shrine and the presence of the sisters. And you can see with the darker blue states, Texas and Florida, Wisconsin and Illinois, but that would be the northern Illinois and a little bit down where I am, kind of a scattering throughout the state. We don't have a shrine, but we're really connected with the Waukesha Shrine in Wisconsin, Minnesota, New York, Maryland, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, is working towards building a shrine, and they report like 50% that they have an estimated percentage of Catholics who have an idea of what Schoenstatt is. Fort Worth and the Diocese of Laredo, Texas, with wayside shrines, reports like a 40% in their area. The Diocese of Phoenix, Arizona, has a lot of mothers and couples groups and a large Pilgrim Mother Apostolate, and they're reporting in their Phoenix area 40% of people know, Catholics know what Schoenstatt is. Massachusetts, with its Place of Grace Movement House, shows 10%, and other areas then are reporting estimated percentages of 0 to 10 to less than 10%. And I would say, even for my area, in these areas that are further away from the shrines, we need to emphasize the home shrine and teaching people about the home shrine. So there you have the shrine that can draw people and help people to understand what Schoenstatt is. Okay, for the next slide, what can we do to encourage the priests in our areas to be more active in and supportive of the Schoenstatt work? And so you see the suggestions from the survey, information for our pastors and priests, activities, inviting them into activities, volunteer in the parish, invite and meet with your priests, and then some other small things. If you go to the next slide, we have those by number of times it was mentioned in the survey, providing information for one thing. I have a new pastor, and he's going to get a lot of information. Invite to Schoenstatt activities, especially if you have home shrines or covenant of love dedications. And an important aspect of this is volunteering in the parish, so that the pastor and priest in your parish know that you're serious about helping the parish, working in the parish, serving in the parish, helping in the parish, and then of course praying for them, and inviting and meet with the priests in your home and show them your home shrine, and then several other little ideas down through the list here. So we go to the next slide. What activities do you organize in your diocese to lead the people to the covenant? And I want to read something that Kim and Julie Ann Davis prepared for our group when we were discussing this topic. They wrote here, an analysis of this question informs us that the covenant of love is Schoenstatt's original form of living the baptismal covenant. It expresses and safeguards our covenant with the Blessed Trinity. Understood in this way, it is the source and vitality and the center of Schoenstatt's spirituality, the heart of Schoenstatt. The goal then is to organize activities that not only lead to, but strengthen and educate in the way of the covenant. So then when we look at the responses and how, what people are doing to lead people to the covenant and to strengthen and educate them in the way of the covenant, of course, it's training sessions. And through the Rosary campaign, the Pilgrim Mother Apostolate, passing the shrine around to new people that come into Schoenstatt in your parish, and offering them information through women's activities, retreats. And let's see, if we go to the next, yes, we have the training sessions. So if you go back one, sponsoring training sessions, the Rosary campaign, women's activities, retreats, youth groups in the parish, and then a diocese and mothers groups. And then there are a lot of other suggestions besides, but these top categories, what mainly people are doing in their diocese and in their parishes. Okay, if we go to the next slide, some of these other suggestions: sponsor Magnificat days for women, sponsor 18th of the month devotions with adoration, implement the Pilgrim Mother Apostolate, advertise the Dome meetings, participate in the local parish Rosary gatherings, be present at the parish picnics and fairs, sponsor or participate in Lent and Advent parish retreats, and see how you can assist with Schoenstatt material, the picture of the Blessed Mother, and importantly, be actively involved in your parish. Okay, and then we go on to the next question. What are the top 2 local, national, global phenomenon through which God has spoken to us in the last year? How is he guiding us through these times? So if you go to the next slide, it would be a little easier to see. Yes, the top things that people replied on phenomena through which God is speaking to us is this COVID virus, the social civil unrest, that we need more prayer and sacrifice, and that we need more trust in God, the politics of the day, and so on down the list. And so how is he guiding us through these times? Well, through prayer and sacrifice, especially in our home shrines, trusting in God, trusting in his divine providence, and in the Mother Thrice Admirable and her intercession, allowing us to stay connected virtually. This has been a great advancement for our ecclesial movement. And also deeper family experiences that we've had. And we are so blessed in Schoenstatt to have our home shrines to help us in that deeper family experience, bringing in the spiritual need that we saw was so needed in this time, and staying connected to inspirational church leadership, the EWTN, Father Bishop Barron, Bishop Listicki, and all that the Schoenstatt leadership has given us over these months. It has been a wonderful journey. The next slide, we have, what are the deepest needs you hear being expressed by those in your area that may correspond to deeper spiritual needs? And this for me was a very heartfelt exercise to read the different things that people put into the survey. You go to the next slide, it's a little easier to see the top ones. Do we have another slide here? Okay, so we have, here we have it, yes. Trusting in divine providence was by far the most expressed need, deepest need, spiritual need. Contact with people, community, presence of the Schoenstatt community was so helpful through the internet and technology. People need reassurance that the Catholic faith can offer, the sacraments, receiving Holy Communion, being in church is a deep need. Freedom from fear, anxiety, and depression. More prayer time, spiritual need, and interest, and going down, freedom from fear of getting sick, dying, the need for prayer, worship, sacraments, and the Eucharist, to know our Heavenly Father and family better, healthy attachments and rootedness, growth in accepting God's will, freedom to move about, answer for why this suffering is happening, confidence in the Pope, fasting, learning and reading about Father Kentenich's spirituality, character, charism, and mission, trusting in Mary's intercession. So we see that there's great spiritual need out there, and that's what we are going to go out and address with Charity to All. So our key findings through this part of the survey is around the shrine, with the presence of the Schoenstatt Sisters of Mary, we find abundant activity, opportunity, and fruit in all branches, and a greater estimated percentage of Catholics having an idea of what Schoenstatt is. Further away from the shrine and the Sisters of Mary, we find that mothers groups, couples groups, and the Pilgrim Mother Apostolate are the most prominent. Areas further away have a greater understanding of the importance of the shrine. And these areas stress the importance of the home shrine. There is a need for evangelization in the youth branch and men's branch. It is a time to reach out to those in need, also to help our parishes more. They are struggling financially. Encourage our pastors and priests to learn about Schoenstatt. Be a strong presence in your parish so that your priests, can you go back one? So that your priests can learn more about Schoenstatt. Be a strong presence in the parish so that your priests will notice and be attracted to the covenant. Invite them into your home so that you can show them your home shrine and explain it to them. Our pastors and priests are a great place to start with our apostolate. We've already discussed a little bit on the Schoenstatt activities that you can offer to your Schoenstatt members, and then parish activities that you can offer your parish from Schoenstatt. And then we advance, and then key findings with the COVID and social unrest, politics, closing of our churches, our top local, national, global phenomenon through which God has spoken to us in this last year. God is guiding us through these phenomena. He seems to be asking us to trust in his divine providence and in our MTA, to increase our prayer and sacrifice, to be grateful for a deeper family and home experience through our home shrines, to stay connected virtually to inspirational leadership in the church and the Schoenstatt family. And our deepest needs, trusting in divine providence for security and shelteredness, contact with other people, community, presence of the Schoenstatt community, reassurance of the Catholic faith offers, worship, sacrifice, Eucharist in church, freedom from fear, anxiety, depression, loneliness, increased prayer time. In conclusion, in charity to all, our apostolate is to share the covenant of love through the value of the shrine and the home shrine. Build community. Be present in the community of your family and your parish. Reach out to others through personal invitation, physically and through social media. Model humility. Lead with trust in divine providence. Be that confident person in God's loving plan. And finally, we pray, Mary, lead us to trust in the Father's divine providence. Use us as your instruments. Send us out to love and serve in all things. Thank you.